Do 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 do. I wanna fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle. I can't hear nothing. Is my music on? We'll see. We'll see. Is my music on? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? I don't know. I'm gonna start talking because hopefully I'm live. Is anyone out there? Is anyone? Drew, what up, Drew? Drew, can you hear some music in the background? Because I can't hear any. But if you do, let me know. What up, Drew? What up, broadcast? What up? What up? What up? No music? All right. Of course there's no music. My guy says Jamari Thrash is a dog. D-A-W-G. Dog. No music, but you can hear me. That's all that matters. What up, Django? When you come in, hit that like button. I'm giving you all I got this Sunday afternoon. How are we feeling, ladies and gentlemen? As long as you can hear me, that's all that matters. Salute Corey. That's what I like to hear. Salute me. Corey for president. Yes. How are we feeling this Sunday afternoon? After the late preseason game, Browns versus Seahawks. Browns, they played some starters, a sprinkle. Seahawks, they played some starters. And then it was the land of the backups. The land of the backups. Hit the like, come in. DTR was throwing dots last night in Seattle. Last night, he should be given a chance to start. Stop it, Connor. Stop it. Connor, go run a lap. He is not starting over Deshaun Watson. I thought you was going to say he should be the backup, and I would have agreed with you, but not the starter. Not the starter. I don't care if he had 367 more live reps than Deshaun Watson. No. No, 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 no. That's like me reading a script before Denzel Washington. I read the script 363,000 times. As soon as Denzel walks in the room, he got the role. It's the way it works. What up, consistency? My guy, Connor. B Skrills, what up? I'm feeling good at the same time. I'm doing a lot of thinking about the quarterback position for Cleveland, mostly the backups, man. I don't want to see Huntley go after last night. Didn't Huntley throw 2 touchdown passes? You didn't like that? 2 touchdown passes for Tyler Huntley? You didn't like those at all? Those touchdowns didn't impress you? I guess not. You're not worried about preseason L's? I think my only chat is not worried about preseason losses. Because if you scurry the internet, everybody's losing their mind. We're done. We are toast. We're 0-3 in the preseason. We can't win a game. I'm going to tell you who doesn't care about preseason. Kevin Stefanski. He could care less about the preseason. He doesn't care. He doesn't play his starters. He's like, mere bag of shells. Doesn't matter to me. I'm all about the real thing. He said, you know what? We're going to sit almost everybody. I was mad Zadarius Smith was playing. I said, why is he playing? He was getting injured in camp. He had nicks and knacks. I didn't want him out there either. I didn't want Obo out there. I didn't want anybody out there. Once I learned that most of our offensive starters were not playing. But that's just me. Only one preseason win in all the AFC North. Not worried at all. I didn't know that, D-Flat. Thank you for letting me know. You showed me something, giving me facts that I didn't know. DTR was playing for another position on another team. I hope not, Django, because I can see DTR, to Connor's credit, I can see DTR being the future quarterback for this team. Kind of like you send him on the bench for a while and you have him learn. He's on the pine, the seat, the bleacher, whatever you want to call it, and just soaking up knowledge because I liked what I seen from DTR. Now, he had some throws that were iffy, some decisions, just throw it away, young man. Don't take unnecessary hits. But that deep moon ball he threw to Jamari Thrash was a thing you put in the preseason museums of moon balls. I don't know if that's a thing, but if you find the museum, try it again. The museum of preseason moon balls, put it in there, Django, in my humble opinion. Now, Django, you know I fall in love with players easily. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I think I fell in love with DTR. Hallelujah. How you doing, Cheryl? How are you, member extraordinaire? Yes, I watch Huntley. That's why I said I don't. Oh, you don't want to see him go. I thought you said you do want to see him go. Gotcha. Okay. But they have to make a decision. I can't read, B Skrills. You know this by now. This is what happens when you try to read every comment. And I see why YouTubers don't do it now, because it puts my intelligence at risk. Is our OT room looking like now? That's where I'm worried. Our offensive tackle room, they said during the broadcast, what I heard is that we should be. They're expecting Wills and Conklin back for the game 1 against the Cowboys. That's what they expect. Now, is that going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what I heard yesterday on the stream. DTR, our only young QB. That is a fact, Keegan. Keegan, if you have a piece of paper or your phone, I want you to go in your notepad and I want you to go, I'm spitting straight facts, because you are, my good sir. Hit that like when you come in. It'll be greatly appreciated. Like it with your thumb, because the thumb means a thumbs up. Hit the like, because that's a thumb up. Greatly appreciated. Let's see here. I personally like DTR. I hope he stays. Me too. Me too, Django. You know I love him. I'm in love with DTR. Hate to see players get injured, but Watson hasn't played a full season due to injury. Well, the first season he didn't play due to suspension. So technically, he played all the games he was available in the first season. So hopefully, we can just have that happen again, because there's no suspension this time around. But we'll see. If he plays a full season and possible playoff game healthy, you'll super chat 20 on the playoff watch party. I need you to double that. You know why, Connor? Because I will cry if that happens. Connor, you know why? 1, because he's played 17 games. 2, a lot of people will have to eat raw crow if that happens. Because if he plays 17 games and we get to the playoffs, that means he would have had to play decent football. Decent, Connor. Decent. And a lot of crow is going to be eaten live on camera. Thrash is going to be a dark horse slot for the Browns. You think so? Let me think. So you think he could usurp Elijah Moore? Usurp? I like the way I snuck that in there. What up, Myron? How are you doing, my guy? Thrash, a dark horse. You saw Cowboys, Deron Bland. Yes, 6 to 8 weeks, Drew. I did see that. That is. Now, I hate seeing injuries. I hate it. I hope he's back soon. But it's only a help for the Browns going into week 1. He is an interception machine. A machine of interceptions. I hope they have Wildcat patches for Huntley. Great agility. I hope he doesn't play, Peacock. Not one snap during the regular season, because that is good news for us. If he doesn't play one snap during the regular season, that means things are going well for the Browns. Just a couple of days ago, I was telling somebody. My headphones just went crazy. Just a couple of days ago, I was telling somebody that Huntley's run style that he played with the Ravens wasn't going to work with Kevin's offense. Man, I was wrong. Wills or Conklin will go down again sometime. We need depth at OT. Hopefully not broadcast. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully that does not happen. But if it does, we do need depth at the offensive tackle position. We need depth everywhere. But definitely at the O-line, it seems like they go down like fireflies, and I don't know why. But why do fireflies go down? I don't know why either. But hopefully they don't get hurt, because now DeJuan Jones, he is a very good backup to have, and he did great last year. I don't know why my headphones are going crazy. Let me try it again. Nope, they're just going to mess up, but that's okay. AAA, what up? You're late. You are late. Why are you late? That's the question. You're late. Is there anybody that impressed you during this preseason run? I've seen Thrash. Anybody else that has impressed you? Anybody else besides Thrash? I've liked Cedric Tillman. I think Cedric Tillman had a pretty good connection with Jameis Winston last night. I thought he had a pretty good connection. I liked Cedric Tillman last night with Jameis Winston. I did like what I seen. But try it again. I did like what I seen out of Cedric Tillman. Was there anybody else that jumped off the screen? A lot of people are talking about James Thrash. Was there anybody else that jumped off your screen last night? Let me know. And for those who just coming in, hit that like button, please. Greatly appreciated. And are you worried at all? I scurried social media this morning, and there was a lot of people worried, extremely worried. One, Deshaun not playing, and two, the starters not playing at all. Doom and gloom, the season's over. I am not one of them. I would have liked to see Deshaun Watson play, but I get why he didn't, and I get Kevin Stefanski not playing him. I do understand the reasoning. Now, if I'm worried about anything, it's what broadcast brought up. It is linemen getting hurt. That's what I'm worried about. It is the injuries that keep happening. That worries me. That puts a little bit of fear in my heart. What side is it? I think the heart's on this side of your chest. Puts a little bit of fear in my heart. That makes me a little bit nervous, is the injuries that keep piling up for Cleveland. That is my worry. That's my only worry right now. And I understand, right? I get it. You want to be healthy. You want to see your players play. And I get it. And I understand our starting quarterback doesn't get judged like every other starting quarterback in the NFL. And we all know why. And I'm not even going to get into that anymore. It is what it is. I understand it. But Kevin Stefanski just won Coach of the Year. So I am going to lean on him. I have no excuse. DTR just took number 3 spot for me. Some people are saying he should be the backup, the number 2 spot. Do you guys agree with that? Let me know. Some fans just love to hate post Baker, and Peacock, that's it too. I think that's the underlining to a lot of it too. It's Baker Mayfield fans who just can't let it go. They just cannot let it go. They are still in their number 6 jersey, eating Cheetos, and no. Sometimes they just can't let it go. I like that they save the starters, no need for possible injuries in meaningless games. Okay. Does anybody follow Dallas at all? Did they play any of their starters? Did Dak play at all? Let me know. I wish Cool Breeze was here, because Cool Breeze would let me know. Jamari Thrash is on fire. He needs to be on the 53. I agree. I like me some Jamari Thrash. If I had to pick one person that impressed me, it is him. I thought Aiden Robbins would do a little bit more. He's kind of disappointing to me. First of all, he needs to change his number. Number 49 is the worst number you could have right now. And he didn't impress me like I wanted him to. I didn't see much from him. Now, it's not an indictment or anything, but I thought I would see much more from him in the preseason, and I really wasn't impressed. I originally picked up at 12-5. I'm gonna have to go with 10-7. Hopefully they can still win the AFC North. Glad DW wasn't out there with the current OT situation. Would suck if he was knocked out the rest of the season in the meaningless game. What up, Gmail? No notice at all. Hey, Corey. YouTube does that sometimes to me. I don't know why. I don't know what I do to deserve these things. Consistent says, I would like to see DTR at the 2 spot. Winston just isn't for me. Now, I'm going to tell you this. We're going to talk about Jameis Winston for a second. Hopefully, Browns 10-7, Ravens 10-7, Steelers 9-8, Bengals 9-8. Dak did not play in the preseason and few starters. Thank you, D Flat. I'm going to get on Jameis Winston for a minute. I was laying down watching the game yesterday, and I know it's just preseason, and I get it. I would say the same thing if it was Deshaun Watson. I say for any quarterback in the preseason. But if you ask me right now, if I had to depend on the backup for the Cleveland Browns, that backup would not be Jameis Winston. It just wouldn't be. To me, he holds on to the ball too long for someone who is not a very mobile quarterback. If you're not that mobile, you need to get the ball out of your hands quickly. He's not very mobile. He doesn't use his legs, and he holds on to the football. He was pump faking and wasn't making decisions quick enough for me for the person who's supposed to be the number 2 quarterback. Now, granted, I could be wrong. He could go out there and light it up, but we'll see. I think DTR would be a solid backup. SOP. What does SOP mean? I don't know what that means. Broadcast. You're gonna have to give it to me. I don't know what SOP means. Same old. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the P is. Game 1 be sloppy. You better be ready for it. I think the first half, D Flat, I will agree with that. And I'm gonna come out and say, and it's not, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, Corey's making excuses. Here he goes. Here we go with the Deshaun Watson. No, I think the first half, if you're expecting the Cleveland Browns to come out and be on fire, the first possession, when they get it, go down the field, 7-0, or whatever happens when they get the ball first. Maybe Dallas gets the ball and scores 3. I got a news flash for you. That most likely won't happen. I expect the first half of that football game for the Browns, especially on offense, not to look very good. I really don't. They're going to have to get it rolling. They're going to have to make adjustments. They're going to have to see what's going on. They're going to have to get in a little bit of rhythm. It's the first week of the year. So if people expect that Browns offense just to come down on the first drive of the game and go 70 yards, touchdown, I need you to hopefully just expectations a little bit down, because I don't see that happening. If they get 3 points, I'll be happy with that, because they move the ball down the field. I think maybe the second half, they start to warm up a little bit. I think the defense is going to have to be better and hold off Dallas into the second half. That's what I believe. I could be totally wrong, but I agree with D Flat about the first game, especially the first half for the offense. More concerned about the defense. What concerns you about the defense, Steve? They haven't looked good in the preseason, but they haven't played a lot of their starters. Now, I'll tell you this, Steve. I'll tell you this. Consistency, $10 donation. My guy, he is so consistent. So consistent. So consistent.
Here comes the money. Here comes the money.
Appreciate you.
Here comes the money.
Oh, standard operating procedure. Thank you, Steve. Listen, sometimes I don't even know what the acronyms mean. Thank you so much. I never would have guessed that, Steve. Never. Appreciate you. I love Jameis Winston's messages, but his play on the field, I don't think a third-string quarterback is going to look that worse. Listen, I'll tell you this, Steve. No, who said that? B Skrills, I'm sorry. B Skrills. It's right on my screen. His pregame speeches are top tier. They're top tier. Like if you rank him, he might be the best at pregame speeches. But pregame speeches don't win you football games. You gotta do it on the field. Speaking it into existence. I'm not trying to, Peacock. I just tell you what I think is going to happen in the first half of that football game. That's what I believe, but I could totally be wrong. And I tell you what, I hope I am wrong. I hope they come out on fire. But you got Micah Parsons in the crew coming out there. That's just what I think. I don't know. JW is the experience in the room, not the system for him. That could be true, Django. That could be true. Didn't Pittsburgh go 0-3 in the preseason? I don't know, Keegan. They may have. I just don't think that. I don't put much stock in the outcome of the preseason. I put stock in, did you leave healthy? What happened? Who looked good and who didn't? But there's a lot of people around the Browns world, social media, that is putting a lot of stock in this preseason for whatever the case may be. Kevin Stefanski has showed you throughout his tenure, he can care less about the preseason. He's all about getting these players ready for the regular season. And who am I? Who am I to argue with the coach of the year? I can use that now, chat. And I'm going to use it during streams. Who am I to argue with the coach of the year? It's going to be my tagline. Is Kareem Hunt coming back, Bert? First of all, Bert, how are you doing, Bert? Appreciate you coming through. How are you? I don't think so. Unless we have some injuries. Because the reason why I say that, Bert, is because he's not back now, right? Foreman was hurt in camp, but then, he was okay. If they were going to bring Kareem Hunt, he would be back. They wouldn't have went out and got Deontay Foreman. They wouldn't have went out here, so I don't think he's going to be back unless it's a emergency situation, Bert. You let me know. What do you think? That's just my opinion, Bert. And if you watch this stream, listen, I say it's my opinion. Will I be wrong? 75% of the time, yes. 25% of the time, Bert, I'm right. And I will let you know about it when I am. We should get an asset from one of these QBs. We all thought Huntley could be it, but Winston traded before cut downs. That's a very good question. Will they try to get a pick or something for one of these quarterbacks? It's not going to be DTR. He's here to stay. There was trade rumors. AB is going to listen to trade rumors, but that's it. DTR is here to stay because I love him too. Do you trust Stefanski? I do. If he thought they were ready for a game, so be it. I trust Kevin Stefanski. And here's why. He's a two-time coach of the year. I just said it, coach of the year. Since he's been hired as Cleveland's coach, whether people like it or not, he's been to the playoffs 2 times. Name the last coach that's been to the playoffs twice for Cleveland before Kevin Stefanski. I'll wait because I don't know the answer. I really don't. I don't know the answer for that. I don't know. I'm about to look it up now. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know. I'm not gonna look forever because I don't want to bore you guys. I don't know who it is. Somebody let me know. My favorite player is Nick Chubb. I don't know if I'm gonna say the name right. Will Ikaya make the cut? Well, nothing happened with the Michael Hall situation, as I see. Defensive tackle Michael Hall from the Ohio State. Ikaya, defensive tackle. I don't know where he went at college. So I'm going to say yes. What do you say, Nathan? I'm going to say yes. I like Hunt, but I'm okay with him being gone. A lot of people that's really panicking over the preseason, not me. I still think they're going to compete this year and get back to the playoffs. I like it. I missed a couple. Winston didn't play well last night at all. He did not play well, Robert. Not well enough for me. Missing some members' comments, getting them on the screen. DTR shines in preseason, though. Last year he did too, then looked lost in real games. Broadcast, I'm going to push back a little bit on that one. Only game I thought he looked lost. Ravens. That's it. Because he didn't know he was going to start. Everybody thought Watson was playing. So I think he was only lost that game. That Denver game, he won the Pittsburgh game. He was very emotional. And then the Denver game when he got hurt, I believe it was Denver. Was it Seattle? Which game did he get? I think it was Denver, right? Yeah. When he got hurt, they were doing pretty good. And they lost that football game, and I believe he didn't get hurt. They could have won that game. I believe it was Denver. If I'm wrong, fact check me, right? But I believe he was doing well there. I think the only game he was lost was Baltimore, and he didn't know he was going to start. He didn't get a fair shake in that game. So I don't think he was too bad last year when he did start at quarterback. Now, was he a world beater? No. I don't think he was too bad. In my humble opinion. Broadcast. Marty Schottenheimer. Think about that for a second. Marty Schottenheimer. I don't even think I remember the games when he was coach. I'll put it to you that well. I trust my eyes, but yeah, I have more faith and trust in Stefanski than any coach since Marty. That's all I'm saying. Am I saying Stefanski is the greatest coach in the world? No. But he's a lot better than what we've had. And I just trust the process at this point. And if he says it's best for Deshaun and most starters to sit, then dag nabbit, I'm going to believe him. What up, Meek Man? Huntley got sacked 3 times. What's going to happen when he plays first string guys? Hopefully, first string guys block better than third string guys. That's all I got for that one. I think he's been pretty bad. I don't think he had one tackle the whole preseason. He went to Baylor. Okay, I didn't know where he went. I'm telling you right now. Nathan. Thank you for that information. I had no clue where he went. But that's me on Kevin Stefanski. So I'm not going to question him anymore. I am done questioning Kevin Stefanski. Will I yell? Yes. Will I complain? Sometimes. But will I question? No. The resume speaks for itself now. I am done questioning Kevin Stefanski. It's over. His resume speaks for itself. He knows a lot more than football than I do. Can he beat me in Madden? That's a different story. I don't think he can beat me in Madden. But anything else, I got nothing for my guy, Kevin Stefanski. Did I miss anything else? Denver did him dirty too. I'm going to have to rewatch that game now because I thought he didn't look bad in Denver and I thought we would have won. That's the game he got hurt, right? It was Denver. I think I'm correct on that one. I'm going to stick behind DTR. And I told you, B Skrills, Django, everybody that's here. When I love you as a Cleveland Brown, I will defend you until the end, no matter what. So after the stream, I'm going to go back and look at that Denver game, and we will reconvene next stream, and I will give you my report. The Sailor kid looked good during Sailor running last night, maybe a practice squad. He did look good. Yes, he did. You know what, Nathan and Robert? He may take John Kelly's spot. Robert, you were gone last stream. I kept calling out for you during your guy, John Kelly, preseason Hall of Fame. He may take his spot since they cut John Kelly. Maybe he'll take his spot. Maybe. I don't know though, but he did look good yesterday. Trade Winston and Watson. You know, for my sanity, I wouldn't even care at this point. Because I'm so sick of seeing social media whine about Watson. It makes me want to go run in traffic sometimes. I want to go run in traffic for all the complaining I hear about Watson. I want to run in traffic on the freeway and just stop. But we all know that's not happening. Brody's backup tight ends can't catch the ball, though. They look terrible. Akins had a drop. Payton had a drop. So now you know we all love David Njoku besides Brandy, who still hates on him. We are all armchair gaming and coaching anyways. Listen, I coach sometimes, but most times I just yell and scream. You miss him already? You miss John Kelly already? But yeah, man, listen. I am very optimistic for week 1, Steve, Nathan, Robert. Those are the last comments that I see. B Skrills. I'm optimistic for week 1. I don't know what's going to happen. If you ask me the pick right now, I'm going to be honest with you because you guys showed up on stream. So I will tell you my pick, and it's going to change. It may change probably. If you ask me right now who I think is going to win week 1 and you put my feet to the fire, I don't think I'm picking Cleveland because I don't know what the offense is going to do. I have no clue. This Dallas offense has played together forever, and they are a regular season team. They are. This was the playoffs. I'd say Browns by 50, but it's the regular season. And Dallas is a regular season team. But I have time to, think and recollect and, think about it. I got a couple of weeks to think and analyze the situation. If you take life too seriously, it stops being funny. If we're going to be stupid and trade Watson, why don't we go all the... might as well AAA. If you talk to some of these people on Twitter, they would rather we just tank than be successful with Watson. Because you cannot, if your quarterback's not successful, your team is not going to be. And I seen somebody say the other day, I root for 98% of my team. I just don't root for the quarterback. So basically you're saying you want us to fail because you cannot win with an unsuccessful quarterback in this day and age. It's impossible. It's not going to happen. You will lose 100% of the time. Make Watson run the freeway, help his footwork. The Dak choking streaks continues. Jim Schwartz looked lost last night. Jim Schwartz, I just don't put much in the preseason. I really don't. Like when you have your second and third string people out there, I'll tell you this. If we have to depend on our second and third stringers on defense, we're going to lose anyways. We're not winning a thing. If those defenders are out there going against the Lamar Jacksons and the Joe Burrows of the world, and the Dak Prescotts and the Jalen Hurts of the world, if those are our defenders out there against them, I'd be lost too. We're not winning nothing if those are the players that are playing come regular season time. But thank goodness for us, Robert, Nathan, Gmails, AAA, Steve. Those are the last people I see in the comment section. It's not the players that are going to be out there. So we're going to see week 1 what Jim Schwartz is going to bring to the table, what Kevin Stefanski is going to bring to the table, and what Deshaun Watson and that offense is going to bring to the table. Because now it's real football time. It's no more speculating, no more reading rumors, no more somebody in their basement talking about what they heard, what they didn't hear. It's about real football all the time. I appreciate you guys for coming to the stream impromptu. Didn't know what I was going to do. So let me just hop on here and see how everybody's feeling. Is everybody not jumping off the cliff? I hope not. Football will be here before you know it. Ohio State, August 31st, Ohio State versus Akron. I'm going to put a poll up there. Will we do a watch party? Will we not? The poll will decide. And the interaction will decide from there on after. For the football is here this week. Football starts, at least for me, because I am a Buckeye fan. If you are I don't know. I was going to throw a college under the bus, and I decided not to do it because it would have been very mean. So I'm not going to say what I was going to say. But I appreciate all of you for coming out today. And on this Sunday, think about this. September the 8th, it all starts. What up, Zeke Dog? Zeke Dog, what up? Hand me the controller. I got this. You too, Corey. Appreciate it. Buckeye. Nathan, I'm going to put the poll up, man. We'll see. I'm going to put the poll up. The poll is going to decide, and the interaction on Saturday is going to decide, because you guys know 2 days of me going crazy is a lot. So we'll see, but I'll put the poll up and then the community will speak. Until next time, September 8th, it all goes down. Make sure you're here. You guys know the drill by now. Until next time, me and my sun kissed. It's Corey. It's the sun kiss. It's the fam. It's all love. Peace.